Hello, Connective. It's going to be another reading from the Empath's Empowerment deck. Recently, I figured out that I could make up to a 6-minute video now. So up to 6 minutes, I can talk before I'm not able to upload. So as we're working on that problem, I thought I'd make these a little bit longer, especially with the Empath's Empowerment deck, but you know, maybe even the psychic ones and the vortex too. So the question today for the Empath's Empowerment deck is, if a connective wants to heal, oh my God, how do they start? Set limits with draining people. Oh my God. All right, let me read you this card. When people are depleting you, kindly set a limit, such as, I only have 10 minutes to listen now. Such self-care is respectful and empowering. Listen, if you want to heal, yeah. First of all, when you want to heal and you deal with draining people, if you're in a situation that is causing you to heal, if you're in it, then it's really hard to heal from it. So if you're, in a situation that you live with someone where you're being drained on top of that, that could be really hard, especially for an empath, because if you have problems setting limits with people just in general, and then you have a lot of draining people around you, how are you going to heal? How would you heal in any way? So really pay attention to this, because when you start to get selfish with your energy, you don't let people do this to you anymore. You don't care who they are, because you're either trying to do something else, like start a YouTube channel, or you're trying to do something else, like raise your kids, or, whatever it is. And people who are draining, I can't even shoot a video long enough. I mean, first of all, sometimes, actually most of the time from what I've seen, and I've been observing human nature for a long time, most of what I've seen from draining people is about getting attention for them. And let me tell you, if you don't give them attention, they will get it from somewhere else. So you don't even need to deal with this with certain people. Now, if you're stuck at work and you can't get away, and you can't stop someone, whether it's your boss, you can't stop someone from draining you, you can still set limits. If you're in a job where you're not allowed to have boundaries, well, first of all, you might want to think about where else in your life that you're not allowed to have boundaries. And also how you feel about that. So think about this, healing and other stuff. The reason why I asked about healing is because if you're an empath, you're going to need to do that. This is a whole other video, but I saw a video that reminded me of, it triggered this thought. And they were talking about damaged empaths, but they didn't really, maybe they meant damaged empaths, but I've heard it before, and I prefer the term disempowered. Disempowered empaths do not know how to set limits with anybody, including draining people. So that's the first thing. And I will shoot a video on that. If it has to be a 6-minute video, then it will. If I can get it to be longer, then I'll talk about it. But yeah, when you're an empath and you're empowered, you don't even need to be shown this card, because you already know. You already know what you're going to deal with who. You already know who's going to come after your energy, and you already know exactly how much you're going to give them. So think about that a little bit too. I know that some of you guys sometimes can be in a situation where you don't have the luxury of setting that limit. And I understand that. I understand being in a position where you don't have total control. But You might want to think about that too. If you don't have total control over yourself and your boundaries, how do you feel about that? And if there's someone else involved that's keeping you from being able to set limits and set boundaries, how do they feel about it? And we'll get into that too. Stay beautiful, empaths. Until we meet again.